And both you and I shouldn't be too shy by letting go for once. Come and be free with me.
Hi everyone, thanks for dropping in and listening to us gab.
We promised that our next one was going to be a talk about our camp hosting job in South Dakota. So here it is. We thought we would just take a few minutes and tell you what a camp host job entails, at least what ours did, and how we liked it and whether it was worth it or not.
They vary from job to job, whatever your description is, whatever you go over in your telephone, what is that called?
Interview?
Interview. So like I said, they vary. You don't have to have the jobs that we had.
Typically, a standard camp host job, a lot of people wonder, well, what is that? What is a camp host? They typically hire couples, and there could be help answering phones, taking reservations, checking people in, helping people find their campsites, cleaning restrooms, doing maintenance, selling firewood, any of those things.
You don't want the ones cleaning toilets.
No.
Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm going on a different limb.
He's getting ahead of himself.
Yes, I am.
Our particular job, they wanted a couple to be in charge of one loop of a campground. We were at the Sheridan Lake South Campground. It's a U.S. Forest Service campground, but they hire a private company to maintain it. And that's who we worked for, Forest Recreation Management, that private company. So we had 39 sites. We were responsible for hanging the tags on them when new campers came in, collecting the tags when they check out, cleaning the campsites, cleaning the fire pits. And while one person did that and then help with the check-in booth a couple days a week, the other person,
Me.
got to go around and clean all the toilets and all the campground. How many did you have?
36.
36 toilets.
Yeah. There were vault toilets. I know that some of you may not know what a vault toilet is. Some of you probably do. It's just a glorified outhouse. It's got a hole in the ground and a concrete floor, a toilet, not the one you find in your typical house bathroom, but it's got a
Big tall toilet.
big tall toilet.
Sit way up off the ground.
It's got a lid and everything. But anywho, it's got a hole in the ground, and every so many weeks they come by with the honeysucker. And anyway, I just don't even want to talk about it. I hate talking about this subject, bathroom cleaning.
We were just talking to a neighbor and the whole subject of toilets and black tanks and everything came up. So we've been talking about poop a lot lately.
Oh gosh.
He doesn't like it.
Really, we don't have to discuss it. It's disgusting. Gosh, I don't see how... Anyway, go on.
Anyways, so they, in addition to doing the campsite cleaning, I also worked 3 hours a day, 2 days a week at the check-in booth, helping check in campers that were arriving. And then 2 days a week they had me over on a different part of the lake at a day use area where they have a beach and picnic areas, and they charge a $6 fee for cars to come in. And so they had me over there 2 days a week collecting that fee for people that came in. When they hire you, you don't have to do the same job necessarily every day. Like if you want some variety, you can switch off. Like he could do the bathrooms one day, I could do them the next if we wanted to. But he knew I was completely over cleaning toilets after doing housekeeping at the fly fishing outfit, so he offered to go ahead and just take the bathrooms full time.
And there was 2 days... there were 2 days that I checked vehicles in I think it was Wednesday and Thursday.
I think so.
I think Wednesday and Thursday afternoons. I checked them in. I would get the restrooms clean and go do that.
When they advertised the job, they said it would be about 30 hours a week, 30 to 33 hours a week. We both, for the most part, until it started slowing down towards the end of the season, I'd say we were both working 40 plus hours a week.
Yeah.
They had enough to keep us busy. This was a job that normally wouldn't have been on our radar because the pay was lower than what we would normally look for. Our threshold is usually a full hookup site plus $10 an hour for every hour worked or more. This one was a full hookup 50 amp site and $9.10 an hour for each hour worked. So if we were looking for something for a whole season, we probably wouldn't have looked at this one, but because our fly fishing job ended midsummer, this was just like a stopgap job in between that and the sugar beet harvest, and it was only for a few weeks. So we went ahead and took it, and I'm glad we did. Of all of our work camping jobs we've done so far, this one was by far the easiest.
Yes, it was very easy. No stupid money.
Right.
It was just easy.
It was enough. Yeah, it gave us plenty. I mean, we had everything we needed to survive and, you know, pay our bills and go have fun and do stuff. And
And the only reason we took it is because we were going back to Sydney to do the sugar beet harvest, and we didn't want to take a job that was 1,000 miles away and then have to truck 1,000 miles back to Sydney. So we just beat feet right over to South Dakota, Sheridan Lake, and did that for what? It was 4 weeks? No,
about 6.
6 weeks.
About 6 weeks maybe we were there. And it was great. I mean, so much stuff to see in that area. The time we were there, we worked 5 days a week. We had 2 days off. When they first did our schedule, they weren't going to give us 2 consecutive days off. We were going to have, like, I don't know, Tuesday and Thursday off, something like that.
That's what it was.
Would have been fine. You know, we're not terribly picky, especially for a really short-term job like that. But if you want to go and sightsee and do things, it's nice to have the 2 days off together. And they reworked the schedule because they were getting complaints from other work campers that wanted 2 days off together. So they reworked it, and we ended up with, what did we have? Monday. What did we have?
Saturday and Sunday.
Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
So.
And that place is a good place to have a work camping job. It was, there was a lot of freebies, and there was a lot to go see. We only did maybe a third.
Yeah, I feel like we just kind of scratched the surface on what there is to see and do up there. And you know, he mentioned the freebies. They participate in the VIP program, and they give you a little purple card that identifies you as a seasonal worker, and then they give you an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper that, in small writing, is full of all the different attractions you can go and see for free or get discounts on. And there's discounts on stuff like helicopter tours and jeep tours, and, you know, freebies like, you know, to get into Crazy Horse or to ride the 1880s train, or, you know, to get into the Presidential Wax Museum in Keystone, or just so many things that you can go do for free, which was awesome.
The only bad thing about the job was, well, the bad thing was you had no service whatsoever.
Yeah.
I couldn't even get Grit on TV. It's my Western show.
That was a
tragedy?
Travesty?
That was a travesty.
Travesty. There was no TV signal, no cell phone signal. I mean, not even enough to send a text or anything. So, and then because of that, no internet, no nothing. You literally were completely technologically blind the whole time you were there.
Yeah. We had to go into town just to download a movie, you know, or our channel.
We, one of the perks was because he was the bathroom cleaner, they gave him a van, a little minivan, to drive around, and it had all the cleaning supplies in it. But they told us we could use it anytime we wanted. If we wanted to use it to go to Mount Rushmore, or to go to Crazy Horse, or go sightseeing, or go grocery shopping, it was at our disposal, which was another nice perk. But so there we are in Keystone, or in Hill City, South Dakota, parked along the side of the street in the little creeper van, trying for hours at a time, trying to upload videos and stuff. It looked a little sketchy.
Luckily, no cop came by and go, "What are you doing?" It's the only place we can get service. Right here by this playground? No. We never went to a playground to get service.
We might have gone
service.
Might have gone to the ice cream shop.
Yeah. Hung out at the library.
Right, yeah. Behind the library. But it was for a short-term job, it was good. For somebody that wants to be in a gorgeous place with a lot to see.
And no service.
And no cell phone service. It was pretty nice. They have the Forest Recreation Management. They have 33 campgrounds that they manage all over South Dakota and into Wyoming. And once you get set up with them and they get to know you and everything, there's a lot of opportunity to work in different places. So if you wanted to, come back in a different year, maybe work a different campground, there's that possibility. Our campground had 129, I want to say, campsites, and they're all primitive campsites. They're big, like you could fit big rigs into them, but there's no power, no water, no nothing except for the host sites. The host sites were full hookup, but other than that, the campground itself was dry camping, but it overlooked a beautiful lake, was in the pine trees. We could walk through in the morning or in the evening. There were deer right there in the campground.
They had a rogue buffalo go through.
Yeah, right through our loop.
Yeah.
He got loose from somebody that farms him or something. His ear was tagged, and they caught him wallering in the bushes up at the back of our campground loop, and then he took off running and ran right through our loop. They never did catch him, did they?
No, they didn't. Did not catch him. But it was a very beautiful place to go, and the freaking storms, the lightning storms and thunders that they had there.
Yeah.
They scare you.
Yeah. Yeah. They
get a surge protector if you go host there.
Definitely.
Because you guys are the only ones with power. So it was definitely get a surge protector.
One of the other couples that we hosted with, they got some stuff blown out in their Class A motorhome during one of the electrical storms.
Yeah.
Because this lightning would just crack right overhead, and it was some of the most intense lightning I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm. They do have a couple of beaches there on the north and south side, and that, if it wasn't for the Canadian Tootsie Rolls, it wouldn't be bad. The Canadian geese would come down, and they would just hang out on the beaches at night, and you'd have to go down there naturally and clean up the Tootsie Rolls, and every day you were doing that. And then they've got a contract with the boat rental place where you have to clean the dock, and the dock's only maybe 30 feet, and it's on both sides, and they love to camp there too. They just throw their Tootsie Rolls everywhere. Little green Tootsie Rolls all over the place. You gotta pick them up. Sometimes I'd have 2 5-gallon buckets. Sometimes I'd only have a half of one. But they're just
messy.
They're messy.
So the upsides of camp hosting is you have a pretty easy job, truthfully. It's very low key. You get to talk with a lot of people, a lot of the campers that come through. So if you like to socialize with people, you like to meet new people, it's a great way to just get to chat with other RVers, other campers. And just overall a really, I'd say, positive work environment, and in an absolutely gorgeous setting. Downsides: babysitting grown adults. You have your campground rules, Most people follow them, but you always have that one.
This one was a bunch of them.
But every weekend there was a different one. And so you end up, after hours telling people to be quiet. That's the big one, noise complaints late. It's midnight and you've got people with kids and tents and pop-up trailers trying to get their kids to bed. And you've got the one, it's always a drunk woman. Why is it always a drunk woman? They're so loud. There's always one.
What?
There's always one. There's always one in the campground that you got to go around and quiet them down or try to quiet them down.
The one thing good about being a camp host, if your boss doesn't have your back, it's not a career for you.
True, yeah.
Pack up and bail. But we've been lucky so far, and it seems to be pretty common that the owner will have your back. If you have to step up and go, hey, budge, zip it. There's people around here trying to sleep. Just keep it down. And they want to go and cry, find your safe place, whatever.
And
Cupcake.
The people we worked with definitely had our backs.
Yeah, and it seems like, everywhere we've gone so far, they've had our backs, because I guess they want people working with them. I don't know.
Well, and they know. I mean, anybody that's been doing it long enough knows that you always have that handful of people that are going to be a challenge.
Yeah.
And then the other thing was just after hours. You get people that come up and want to buy firewood. You get people that are late check-ins and you got to do the paperwork and check them in. And so you're, trying to sit around with a couple of friends around the campfire and have a couple of cocktails or whatever. And on a Friday or Saturday night, you might get interrupted 5 or 6 times for these different things. Everybody's always really nice, and it wasn't a big deal. But if you're the type of person that wants to get done with your shift and be 100% off work and not be bothered,
It's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen. If you're a camp host, there's a good chance that you're going to be expected to take care of some after hours stuff. Every once in a while, you'll get a camper that's not thinking clearly, and they'll come up and bang on your door at midnight and want firewood. In which case, it's like, no. No, I'm not getting out of bed to sell you firewood at midnight.
We're dead.
And what else? Cleaning bathrooms. Neither one of us is cleaning bathrooms again.
We had to bring that up.
Well, we're talking about, upside downside.
You don't want to take a job with cleaning bathrooms. People are nasty. I would not want to see their homes as nasty as they are. I just don't understand people. Anyway.
Yeah, that's...
Don't just think that you can, just because you're staying somewhere and there's an idiot who's got that job of cleaning the toilet, you can crap all over the place, people. Don't worry about it. He'll clean it up. I'll come clean it up for you. And I do.
Luckily with the vault toilet, you can lift the toilet off the base and just shovel it into the hole because, yes, they do go on the floor.
Who does that? Good Lord.
I know. It's amazing. So yeah, we've agreed that if we ever do something like this again, we will not clean anyone's toilet other than our own. That's it. That's the only one that we're cleaning from now on is our own. And no more jobs for us that involve cleaning bathrooms because neither one of us, we've both done it now and neither one of us likes it. So that's a consideration, Do you like cleaning toilets? Are you okay with other people's feces?
No, come on.
You
didn't have to go that far.
We're cute, just keeping it real.
It's real enough. We're here talking to them.
And what else? I think that's about it. So if y'all have any questions about our particular work camping job, again, this one was in Hill City, South Dakota, right outside Rapid City.
A lot of places to go see there.
Yeah.
A lot of places.
And they're going to be hiring probably in the spring for the next summer. If you have questions, our contact information is all in the video description, our email. Feel free to contact us. Give us your questions. We'll be happy to answer them, or leave them in the comments and we'll answer them in the comments. With that, our next video, we are going to go and visit Bubba's brother Bob on his ranch for a couple of days before heading over to the sugar beet harvest.
Thanks for dropping by. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, comment. She'll answer them. I don't, because I start rambling.
Yeah, thank you all. We appreciate every one of you. Like I said, leave us a comment. Leave us your questions. Happy to answer them. I know there's a lot of people that think about work camping and they're just not sure if it's right for them or how to go about doing it. We'll be more than happy to help you as much as we can. And we will see you in our next video coming up soon.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
We do appreciate it. And we thank you so very much. We do. You may not think it, but we do. And here I go rambling again. Thanks for watching, each and every one of you.
All right. We'll see you soon.
Bye. This hat stinks. Not too close. I don't want to sweat.
Well, gotta get us both in the frame, so.
What are we talking about?
Our camp hosting job.
Camp hosting job? Which one?
Hosting. South Dakota. The camp hosting one.
Oh, that's just it? Just the camp hosting one in South Dakota? I cleaned a lot of toilets and it was very shitty. Thank you. Goodbye.